All right. So here we are. We are live, and we are going to be talking about Tashtego with Parker Thomas, the creator. So I am so stoked to have you on here, Parker. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about Tashtego. So what Tashtego is, for everybody who doesn't know what that is it's a really, really cool toolkit to hold all your toiletries. I'm sure you can hold more than just your toiletries as well. But I love it. I think it's super cool. I had a DOP kit before, and I'm really excited to use this because on my DOP kit, you basically just have like a bag. For anyone who doesn't know what a DOP kit is, it's literally a bag, and you like, it's a what?
The black hole for toiletries.
It's a black hole for toiletries, and you just literally just put everything in there, and then everything's all a mess. So it just doesn't work. This is so cool. You've created an awesome product. I know this is your second campaign. You've got 8 days left on this campaign. You're on Kickstarter right now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you've raised $95,000 so far, which is incredible. And I'm really excited to learn more about it. So for anybody, I've done a ton of research, clearly. But for everybody who doesn't know about this product, can you walk through it with me right now and share that with everybody?
Sure. Do you want to see the product itself, or you want to?
Yeah. It's definitely like, give me the lowdown. Show me all the juicy details.
Here's the product. So it's a tool roll, and it's got a clasp on the front. This is a G hook, and it's got a daisy chain webbing so that you can tie it off at any size and then pull it tight and it'll stay shut. And then on the inside, I hope you can see this okay, but it's got a bunch of mesh pockets here for individual items.
Cool.
And they're different sizes, but what I was aiming for was deodorant, toothpaste, lotion, shaving cream, razor, toothbrush down there at the end, and then some smaller pockets at the top. This was an invention from the Tashtego testers. Those were 15 of the biggest backers, from the most enthusiastic backers from the last campaign, that spent a year on a Slack channel with me designing it. And then there's a zipper pocket here for just stuff that doesn't have a place. So, contact lenses, razor blades, and things like that. And then you fold this flap down like this, and then roll it all up. And then you put the hook in, and then just pull it tight. And it ends up being about the same size as everything that's in it, and no bigger. So it's a lot more convenient than a DOP kit, and I thought it was easier, and it keeps things separated from our joke is the petri dish of hotel counters and so forth, and everything's right there where you put it when you take it apart. And the story is, years ago, I did a big adventure. I built an airplane from a kit.
Really?
Country. It was really, really fun. It took 3,400 hours, and it took a lot more determination than I knew that I had. And I flew places that were just gorgeous, and places where there's no mechanics, the Bahamas, Death Valley. And I took tools, and you want to see whether you're leaving your tools behind, and airplanes are pretty sensitive to size and weight. So I made tool rolls, and I just sewed them. Like they were crap, because I don't really know how to sew very well, but they worked. And tool rolls are so simple and elegant. Fast forward 10 years or so, and I'm messing around with another DOP kit, and had a shampoo explosion in the DOP kit. And I said, there's got to be a better way. So I made a tool roll for my toiletries, and that was it. I wasn't going to do anything with it, except that a friend stole it. And then I made another one, and that one was stolen too. And then I decided to launch a Kickstarter. And so here's the first one. And
wow.
It was basically a single piece of fabric,
Mm-hmm.
but same sort of pocket idea. And this one raised $56,000 on Kickstarter.
Very cool. That's awesome. So what was the process like going from that 1.0 unit to that 2.0? I know you kind of talked about the Slack channel, the community. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, you run a Kickstarter for 3 reasons: the proof of the product, and then raise money, and then to build a community. And of the 3, I found the community to be the most helpful. So I asked for volunteers, and these 15 people stepped forward. They're from all over the country. They were about 40% women. And we, with the designers, just started going really deep with them on what did you like, dislike, how can we make it better? You know, and some of the things that were important were modern materials, a mesh that wasn't a canvas, a rubber on the inside of the pockets so things really wouldn't move, bigger size. One thing we heard loud and clear was that they wanted to carry electric toothbrushes, so we had to make it a lot taller. And then ideas like that top, the flaps on the top.
Very cool. That's awesome.
It took, I mean, you know, I wasn't expecting it to take so long, but it ended up taking about a year. And we did a survey of all the previous backers. We went through every comment they made. And, you know, it's really designed by all the backers for the backers.
That's awesome. That's so cool. That's why I love the Kickstarter platform and the Kickstarter community. Same thing with Indiegogo, just like the ability to connect, like where else can you connect with your customers in such like a cool, powerful way where you're like working together to solve their problems, support them and all of that. So
I was actually worried. I was worried about putting them all in the same room, the Slack channel. And it proved to be just terrific because they had ideas that bounced off of each other. They made the ideas better. They started conversations with each other, and then the designers just got to watch and listen. So it was really fun.
That's awesome. So speaking of that, do you have something that's like, do you have like a what's next or something else that's kind of in the pipeline you want to like tease or hint at?
I think, yeah, of course we do. So tool rolls are actually really hard to find. I mean, there's a few that are on Amazon, but there's nobody that specializes in them. And I went to Outdoor Retailer this year just to kind of look, and there was nothing there. So I'd actually like to build a whole line of tool rolls for everyday carry, for women's toiletries, for tools actually. And so I think what we tried to do with this version was design a almost like an architecture that will work for lots of different versions. So this is another just sample that I've got, but you know, if we stick with this sort of closure with the daisy chains of webbing and the G hook, you know, I packed this one for camping with a Leatherman, a flashlight, and a lighter. So you know, this architecture can work for a whole bunch of things. So we're starting to explore what are the needs of women, how would we design for tools, what sizes would be there, and we can go from there.
That's awesome. Cool.
So expect to see more. I don't think this will be the last Kickstarter.
Awesome. Well, I'm really happy to hear that, Parker. Really excited to get them. When are these? So for everybody who's coming on watching this video, so I know that the best place to go to get one of these is to pre-order it on Kickstarter. So you can just click the link. I put a link in the description of this video. You can click there, head on over to Kickstarter, get your own, check it out. You can comment, interact directly with Parker. And when are these shipping out?
So they should be there by the holidays. So we're going to make the order on August 1. That's right after the Kickstarter's over. It'll take 3 months to get here. 3 months for them to make them, about a month to get here. That puts us at the beginning of December, and we'll fulfill right then. And you know, yes, lots of things can go wrong, but they should be there by the holidays.
That's awesome. So if you know people are planning ahead, this is a great holiday, holiday gift idea. That's so cool. And yeah, I love it. I think it's super cool. I love how you can like fold it out. I feel like a professional chef almost, you know, with your nice kit, right? All just like laid out. And I love the fact that you can also hang it. Like I know that like when I've used the version that we were playing with, you can like literally, show them the little.
So there's 2 grommets. They're metal grommets. They support the whole thing. This was an improvement over version 1, which had 1 grommet and it hung diagonally. And people said they wanted to be able to hang it level. So we added 2. You can take a piece of string and wrap it around a tree. And I'll throw in, the first stretch goal was for carabiners. So we're going to do 2, not 1 carabiner. And so you can hang it on whatever that carabiner will go around that you find out in the world.
That's so cool. I think that's awesome. So you don't even need to, like, if you are traveling or something like that, and you don't want to like take up any sink space or whatnot. That's so cool. You just like hang that up.
The other thing,
take some command hooks with you.
Yeah. The other thing that that just happened is we hit our second stretch goal, and I don't have one of the samples with that blue, but this is pretty darn close. It's called a Turkish sea, is the Pantone color, and it looks a lot like this. It's
nice.
It's a Korean fabric called Kodra that's a lot like Cordura, and it's really thick. It's got a soft hand, and it's got a liner on the inside, so it's completely waterproof.
Amazing. Awesome. So is this waterproof?
Yeah, it is. You can't like fill up the zipper pocket with water and expect it to stay, because the zipper is not, but it will definitely, it's definitely waterproof. It's totally machine washable. You can throw it in. That was one of the pieces of feedback, because the version 1 had a really nice leather strap on it, but the feedback was, yeah, nice leather, but I want to be able to throw it in the wash. So there's a little bit of sort of imitation leather on the for accents.
Vegan leather.
Yeah. So you can, the whole thing is machine washable now.
Beautiful. I love that. Well, thank you so much, Parker, for hopping on, for sharing this incredible product with the community. I'm really excited to see what's next. And yeah, thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Tom, thanks for inviting me. Talk soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.